Statesmen Nation. Introducing Jaymee Highcock, our new men's soccer coach. Jaymee, appreciate you coming in for a few minutes. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to talk to Statesmen Nation out here and tell them who you are, what you're all about, all that stuff, what you planned on bringing to the program. So, again, first off, congratulations on getting a job.
Thank you very much.
Let's just get right to it as far as talking about your background. You're from England. I guess tell us whatever you think is important from your background.
Well, I was very lucky to come to America and have the opportunity to play soccer, and then obviously through education got an opportunity to coach. I've been in America now for 8 years. Okay. Played soccer or football as I call it.
Right.
Soccer is right. At a good level in England.
Sure.
And then was lucky enough to come to America, where I attended junior college for a year or two, and then made my way to Benedictine College.
Right.
Received a fantastic education, played with a great coach, and was lucky enough to win the Heart of America Athletic Conference. Team went undefeated.
Sure.
Only team to ever do that, and we had some of the NCAA schools were in it then, Lindenwood and William Jules.
Sure.
So, it was a really great achievement, and learned a lot of great lessons there. And then got into coaching. Tried to play a little bit after graduation, but didn't quite work out. But I was lucky enough to get into coaching and found something that I wanted to do. And position come available here, and I spoke to Willie. He's a great guy, the women's coach. Put me in contact with Greg and the other athletic staff here, and everyone's been first class. And met with the players today, so it's been an interesting experience. But it looks like it's great things that the school's doing here, and moving forward, it's definitely the right place to be.
Sure, definitely, and obviously you come in with a nice little you've kind of cut the corner there, as you've been in the Heart, playing there and coaching there. So obviously the coaches pretty well. The level of competition. So obviously, like I said, that kind of gave you the inside track to possibly get the job, and helps right off the bat. Talk about that side and how that's going to help you as we transfer into the Heart this coming fall.
Well, following on from my playing career, obviously I joined the coaching staff at Avila, where we had 2 very successful seasons, making the playoffs for the first time in the school's history, and then had a high winning record in the second season, the highest the school's had in 15, 20 years, which is something to be very proud of. And the conference is obviously very tough, but that's also makes it more exciting. You've got to prepare for every game as it comes. You've got to adjust to certain styles, and nothing's going to come for granted. It's a very physical conference, and you're going to play a lot of nationally ranked teams basically week in, week out, and it's important to set the tone right early in the conference. We had a fantastic season Avila last year, but still we didn't make the tournament, so it shows how competitive it is. The gap is closing between the lower teams and the higher teams, so we're going to come in right at around the middle level, and it's up to us how good we want to be. But with the talent here and the facilities and the resources we have here, there's no reason why we shouldn't be challenging and doing well against every team that we play against.
Sure, definitely. Talk about, obviously you've been coaching in a lot of different arenas there, with both youth all the way up. Talk about your philosophy, what you plan on bringing to the team, or is it a situation that, two things. Do you plan on implementing the same type of philosophy every year, or are you going to go with the parts in the puzzle to make the puzzle work?
Well, first of all, I need to see the players play. Obviously, I can only judge them on one game that we saw in the full season and some of the scouting reports I've done with them. So I've got to see how the team come back from pre-season. Ideally, I would like to play, an attacking style of soccer, but also very organised. You don't win if you concede a lot of goals. You don't win games. So I will be defence first, but I like to get the ball down and play the right way.
Sure.
And, I like to give everybody the opportunity to express, show us their capabilities, show us their soccer skills, and put a good substance onto the field. Now, like I said, you've got to prepare for every game. Every game's going to be different, so there will be different styles for different games and different styles for different oppositions. We'll do a good background checks and scouting reports on each team, so we'll adjust to them, but we'll make sure teams adjust to us and know that when they play us, it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a physical game, and we're really going to go and attack teams from the front foot.
Sure, definitely. As I mentioned before, we got on the camera here talking about the recruiting is probably pretty much done for you. I mean, maybe you'll be able to, maybe you've got some areas in there that you'd like to possibly improve upon, but at this late in the game, pretty much going to be what you have. But talk towards the future, the type of kid that you're looking for.
I'm looking for the right student athlete. You know, you touched on there. A lot of the recruiting's been done for the spring,
sure.
so that's, it is very late in the day. I'm still going to try and bring in 2 or 3 players that I know and trust from the sources that
sure.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm working with the other coaches here to nail down certain recruits that we do exactly need, because there's a good core of players here, a good foundation of players already in place.
Mm-hmm.
But regarding the future, recruiting is this game. You know, you recruit the right student athletes. You know, good things will happen to the school and to the program. So looking forward, I'm trying to recruit someone that buys into the philosophy, buys into the team's idea, and wants to be a part of the community and the soccer environment here.
Sure.
But academically and athletically, they've got to be the right person for the school. And
sure.
We're always looking for the best players, no matter what position. So we'll be keeping a vast eye out, and using all our resources to bring in these correct people.
Sure. As you've seen with our roster, we've had quite an influx of international kids the last couple of years, and obviously you're international, so this is obviously working into your favor. But talk about where you plan to possibly look, or is it a situation that I'm going to scour the earth and find kids from wherever? It doesn't matter where you're from, soccer. Or do you have a certain area?
Yeah, there's a lot of talent in the Midwest that should be utilised, and through my connections that I know and the people that I know, I'm definitely going to be trying to bring in some of these players. You need certain players for certain positions, and I think we're lacking maybe a bit of core Americanised players that you could say. But it doesn't matter what nationality you're from, whatever country. If you're the right person for the school, then we're going to take a look at you, and if you can enhance this school and enhance this program, we're going to definitely take a look at you. So the pool will be, there's no end to the pool where we're going to stop looking, but there's enough talent here right around here in the Midwest where we're going to definitely try and tap into.
Definitely. Looking, as you said, you keep on saying student athlete, and obviously that's what these kids are. They're the students first and athletes next. Talk about the side of the classroom and your expectations for your future players.
Well, I believe, I was lucky enough to come to America and get an education, so I value how important it is. I don't know if I'm ever going to stop going to school because I think it's so important.
Sure.
The chance of these players going professional, I'd love them all to achieve their dreams, but ultimately the education is what's going to put them in jobs and options in life. So education is very important.
Right.
We want to get a high GPA. We want to get the highest GPA possible. Kids should be aiming for a 3.0, no doubt about it. If there's enough resources here on campus, and if they manage their time correctly, we should all be doing well in the classroom and on the soccer field.
Sure, definitely. And again, going back to, then again, your philosophy. How do you figure that works into the league? Not a lot of people know about the Heart. You said it's very, very talented, but again, this might just be a shot in the dark of what you think makes a successful team in the Heart. But in your opinion, what does make a successful team in the Heart?
A flexible team is a good team.
Sure.
Like I said, you need to adjust for every game. Every team are good now. There used to be games that you could maybe say, we're going to win that.
Sure.
There's none of those now. You need to be flexible. You need to be prepared and be flexible for the conference. You're going to play hard teams. You're going to play teams that like to get the ball down and play. You're going to play very organised teams. So there's no set style. So we've got to make sure that we have our core players and formation good to go for conference, but we need to be able to flexible to change, which we will work on, and accommodate other teams. But they're going to also have to accommodate us.
Definitely. I don't know soccer as well, so I could go on for a long time with this parts. But anything additionally that you want to be telling recruits, current players, their parents, etc., that are going to be joining the Statesmen soccer family, tell them right now about yourself, about what you plan to bring to the program, that you want them to know.
Well, I believe that I'm a leader. I don't think I was born a leader. I think I've become a leader. So I'm definitely going to bring a leader and a character and a personality to the school and to the program. I believe that I got better and still keep getting better in everything I do, and I want the players to be getting better in everything they do in the classroom, on the field, and as a person. Now, I know that it doesn't come without hard work. So these players have to be disciplined. They have to have hard work.
Sure.
You know, they have to value. They have to be a larger than life character.
Right.
I want my kids to implement and observe me and how I act professional in all things, and I want them to feel the same, and I want them to implement that into their everyday life. They should be acting as professional as possible in the classroom, on the soccer field, and around campus. And with that, we will create hopefully the perfect all-round student athlete.
Right, definitely. Like I said, more or less take care of the small things, and the big things will be taken care of. Sure. All right, well, Jaymee Highcock, appreciate you coming in for a few minutes, and we got an opportunity to introduce you to the Statesman world out there. So, best of luck. I know you're just going to be kind of part-time until June, but when you stop around, we'll say hi, and everybody's going to be friendly.
Yeah.
So,
thank you very much.
Yeah, no, welcome, and if anybody has any questions, I think your email is going to be highcockj, I would assume, at wnpenn.edu. So, best of luck, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.